Okay. Couple things. Firstly, I am re-attempting multi-streaming. I've got in both OBS and in my YouTube studio. As we're live. Excuse me. Like it says for live. And I went to just double check on like my personal alt on my personal account instead of my streamer account. For some reason, the live wasn't showing up. I can double check. Yeah, like it's not showing up, and I may have some unlisted settings that I don't know. Oh, right, yeah, okay. Yeah. For some reason, it was set to a private stream. There we go. There we go. That should... Let's take a look. Look-see. Yeah. And it says we are live. So, on YouTube. So I've got a different plugin than the one I had been using. As the old one, for some reason, Twitch decided, no, fuck you, you're not getting any viewers counted. Which is why it took me so long to get affiliated. It's because it wasn't counting my viewers. So I had a really long stretch of zero, on paper, 0 viewers. Which kinda can kill morale, but anyway, besides the point. And I've got a couple other plugins in OBS specifically to monitor both chats and activities. So, should be good going forward. And another announcement that is a bit more personal. I decided to start a GoFundMe to help me relocate. I don't like living in a red state as a trans person. Not gonna do it now, but later at some point I will set up a stream elements command to send a reminder about that. I won't do it too often, probably like every hour on the hour. No. We'll see. Because again, I want that out and visible, but I also don't want to be like too in your face. Yeah, let's hope this multi-stream plugin doesn't conflict with my ad. Let me send a test real quick. It's fine. I'll leave it as is. Huh? Why did it take you that long to... It's got a message saying just connected to YouTube chat. It's because I had the window minimized? Maybe. Also, it is hot as balls right now. So stream might be on the shorter end today. Is if I suck too much. I mean, I'm already suffering with the heat. So, if I suffer too much on stream, then I'll call it, because I'm already getting grief from the heat. So, anyway, enough dawdling. Let's jump in, shall we? Gonna be running red mage today. Let's do this real quick. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Camera's kinda wonky angle. Good? I think so. Looks good to me. Hope it looks good to you. Yuna, to what do I owe the pleasure? Or are you here on business? Business. I beg your pardon. Her Grace, the Sultana would have my opinion on how best to invest the wealth of Ul'dah. My dear Yuna, I have you to thank for this recognition, I am sure, and I am flattered that you came to me, truly flattered. But why settle for a lowly apprentice when you could have the master? Upon matters of profit, there is no living soul better qualified to advise Her Grace than Chairman Lolorito. Ugh. A man whose morning exertions are said to fill his garderobe with gold. I should be happy to arrange a meeting for you, say at the Scion's former headquarters in Thanalan. Waking Sands would seem a suitably neutral venue for negotiations, don't you think? Fare you well, Yuna, and may your dealings prove fruitful. I sure do. Sure hope that, my new multi-chat is working. Actually... Let me just double check Streamlabs. Because should have... Okay, so I see the ad. The ad pop up. Oh, there you are. Looked right past you. So the ad pop-up is still working. Welcome back, Yuna. Did your merchant friend have any useful advice to share? He told me to fuck off. With Lolorito? And you agreed to this? I am well aware of his standing in the field of business, but I had hoped to keep the monitorists at arm's length, and him in particular. Nay, I cannot live in fear of the man. I must learn how to treat with him if I am to rule Ul'dah effectively. Very well, I will meet with Lolorito. Let's go on ahead to the Waking Sands and prepare for his coming. So this is where the Scions first congregated. I have heard many tales, but never had occasion to visit. She main on my scenario till I quest. How's that? To work then. The hour of the meeting draws near, and I would gather my thoughts. We see to it that we have the appointed room to ourselves.
A personal summons from the Scions. This must be important business indeed. Though, if it concerns anything so underhand as an assassination, I fear I can be of little help.
Oh, tad quiet.
You have made your point. 'Tis indeed unsettling to find oneself seated across from an impassive mask. There, would this better please your grace? Or should I address you as Lady Lilira?
Nay, the deception has served its purpose. I'm glad to see you found amusement in my little jest, Lord Lolorito, but shall we proceed to the business at hand?
By all means. I must say I am most eager to hear your proposal.
Simply put, I would aid the refugees camped in
Horsey.
Thanalan in their efforts to return to Alamigo. The reparations you paid in the wake of your earlier misdemeanors will be used to fund the endeavor, together with the fortune seized from the late Teleji Adeleji's estate.
I am probably going to be taking more frequent breaks so I can keep on top of my water. Again, it is boiling today.
But this plan is not intended to benefit the displaced alone. I would make of this an investment which shall enrich Uldar and Alamigo both. And who better to consult on matters of profit than the wealthiest man in all of Thanalan? I beseech you then, Lord Lolorito, share with us your mercantile wisdom.
Ah, 'twould seem your grace has matured beyond acts of earnest yet misplaced charity. Pray tell me more. To summarize, in return for facilitating the repatriation of refugees and assisting in the establishment of new industry in Alamigo, you ask that a proportion of all subsequent profits be promised to Uldar. Ha! I am impressed, Your Grace. 'Tis an elegant solution, albeit one lacking certain crucial details, specifically which industry and where.
How swiftly you identified the weakness in my plan, just as I knew you would. Your travels have taken you across the length and breadth of Gir Abania, and you know the land far better than I.
Yeah.
Which of the settlements you visited would best provide a home for our refugees? Which has the greatest potential to flourish, given the appropriate investment?
Good question. If we're thinking specifically locations with potential industry, there is definitely money to be had in salt.
Ah, yes, that desolate little village on the shore of Loch Seld. I know the salt tree and its products well. The Imperial invasion brought an end to their more widespread distribution, much to the dismay of many a wealthy gourmand, myself included. Salt has ever been a transformative ingredient, and in this instance, I dare say, it could transform a modicum of effort into a mountain of gil.
The local citizens will need to be consulted, of course, but I trust the East Aldenar Trading Company can be relied upon to provide its assistance in negotiating a mutually beneficial arrangement.
Naturally, Your Grace. I shall dispatch representatives well versed in the extraction of this white gold and wring every last ounce of profit from its production. The Loch's bounty will contribute to Alamigo's enrichment, whilst easing the burden on the bull's aching shoulders, just as Your Grace desired.
A deal is struck then.
Don't know how I feel about, like, going to that link of profiteering. I fear it will be many years before I feel comfortable taking part in such negotiations. But I shall not complain. We have piqued Lolorito's interest and secured his invaluable expertise. Thank you, Yuna. I could not have done it without you. Oh. Onigarayaki. Our course is decided. I shall return to the palace and have my ministers begin working on implementing the particulars of the plan. If I could prevail upon you one more time, Yuna, I would ask that you convey the details of our negotiations to Commander Hext on your return to Alamigo. My thanks again. Together we have laid the groundwork for an endeavor which promises to benefit the peoples of Alamigo and Ul'dah both. Oh! I just remembered. The upcoming teleportation animation customizations. Oh, shit looks awesome. I cannot wait. A lot of this shit coming up for Evercold looks spectacular. Bastion looks pretty fucking fun. I can't lie. Ooh, I need Bastion. Yuna, you're back. What did sorry. Are you allowed to talk about your audience with the Sultana? So, Albon says he's going to return to Ul'dah, but she isn't sure he wants to. Tell us something we don't know. But I'm pleased to hear she's committed to helping our refugees come home. And this plan to revitalize the Sultry does make a lot of sense. Quite how you convinced her to seek Lolorito's help is another question. After all that has happened, he is the very last person I would expect her to turn to for advice. But on a more practical note, Lise, assuming the interim government elects to accept Ul'dah's proposal, I have one caveat I should like you to include in the bargain. Alamigo must be permitted to cover a portion of the investment. We have a fortune at our disposal, after all, and allowing Ulda to provide the entirety of the capital will afford Lolorito too much control. Honestly, Alphino, it's like Ugani never happened. What exactly does a ruthless profiteer have to do to earn your trust? But yes, you do make a good point. First things first, though, we need to discuss this proposal with the Sultan's residents. Miskar, how do you fancy explaining the Sultana's plan to your grandfather? I'd like to hear what Watt thinks of the idea before agreeing to anything. Right away, Commander. Would you mind coming along, Yuna? I might need you to fill in the details. Then I shall come as well. Should Watt wish to discuss figures, my knowledge of the nation's finances may prove useful. Oh. It's still so silly seeing a flying motorcycle, but uh oh, there you are. What manner of mischief brings you young'uns to Old Watt this time, eh? They want to rebuild the salt tree, Granddad. Yuna, tell him about the deal. Well, bugger me. Never had the coin or the hands to put the place back to how it was. Sounds like that's about to change. Just one small wrinkle in your plan. Doesn't account for all the nasties queuing up to eat anyone who goes near the shore. King used to send soldiers to cull the buggers, but the Imperials weren't about to help the likes of us. Don't worry, Grandad. Take care of that. Commander Hex has been talking about starting up regular patrols, and I'm sure she'd assign me to the lock if I asked. I'd appreciate that, Miskar, my lad. Truly, I would. So does this mean you've gotten better with that blade of yours? Been training, aye, but mostly to kill Imperials. You've some experience hunting monsters, don't you, Yuna? Think you could cast an eye over a few of the local beasties and teach me how to deal with them? Leave it to me. Let's not waste any time then. See you by the lock. Whilst you are busy attending to the local fauna, I shall have Master Watt explain to me exactly what is required to restore the Saltery to its former glory. Good hunting. Right then, Yuna. There's a spyglass here you can use to take a closer look at these pests. Once you got the measure, you can tell me what to do, and we'll see how well I get on. Oh, uh... This is the critter... Yeah. There's no other... Nothing else around here. Uh... What? Looking for? I know, well, okay, yeah, I know I'm looking for weak spot. It's not joints? I think it's either one of the joints on the legs or the underbelly. But it's not doing anything. The eye? Is there an eye? Oh. The jaw? The Yabby's entire body is protected by hard carapace, but the underside of the head looks soft and vulnerable. Ah, looks like you found a Yabby. Say hitting the shells like smacking a rock. Any suggestions? Aim for the soft underside of the head. Vulnerable under the head, are they? Right. Wish me luck. Did it. Thanks, Una. Did just as he told me, the wave kin went down like a sack of potatoes. Let's find something else. Ugh. I am yawning my ass off. I think I can handle the abbeys now, so we should try something different. What else is out there? Oh. The feedback's hands are large and powerful, but destroying its crystallized core should render the salt golem inanimate. Sense power pulsating from behind its brow. Ugh. A Phoebid. How do I defeat one of those? Destroy the core within its brow. That's what it said, is it? Try to stab it between the eyes, then. Did it. Ugh. It's not easy fighting, with the Liberator of Alamigo watching your every move. But I got the job done. Thanks for the advice, Yuna. Feel a lot better prepared for my patrols now. Anyway, we should head back to the Sultry before Granddad starts to worry. Been snipped into pieces and fed to a Yabby's hatchlings. Ugh. Even regardless of the heat, it might end up being a shorter stream. So, I only got 3 hours of sleep. So, I am quite eepy. So you returned in one piece. I see you have returned in one piece. Dealt with those beasts then, did you? I fought them myself. After a bit of instruction from Yuna here, like. Once I've shared what I've learned with the others, we should have no trouble keeping the shoreline clear. Good lad. Fine young man you've become, Whisker. Fine young man indeed. Too often of late, I hear tales of folk over in the city, drunk on victory and hungry for revenge, the head stuck firmly in the past. We need to set our sights on the future, on things which will improve our lot. Things like getting the Sultry ready to welcome our long-lost countrymen. Seems Whisker has the Sultry's security well in hand. I, meanwhile, have discussed the next steps with Master Watt, and completed my inspection of the site. With a little work, the vacant buildings here could be made into very presentable dwellings. Message from General Alden. Apologies for the interruption, miss, but the General would speak with you at your earliest convenience. not feel obliged to wait around on my account. I will remain here to hammer out the finer details with Watt and act as an intermediary with our business partners in Ul'dah. You should go. General Alden asks that you wait for him by the main gate in the Alamegan Quarter. My apologies again, miss. Fare you well. One inside or outside? Well, it's not like it's gonna be that much effort to go outside, but... Oh. Here we are.
Apologies for the wait.
No, no problem.
People are screaming for the butcher's blood again. No sooner have we broken up one mob than another forms. Thankfully, all have been amenable to reason, thus far. But it is no concern of yours. We must speak of the men Arenvald and his comrades apprehended in the peaks.
By their uniforms, the captives were first judged to be Imperial troops. But after further investigation, their true identities came to light. I dare say you remember Yuyuhasi and Laurentius, the fugitives who conspired with Captain Ilberd in the Crystal Brave's betrayal.
Boy, do I.
Aye, well, it would seem they followed him all the way to the wall. It was they who orchestrated the slaughter of the resistance fighters prior to the Griffin's infernal ritual.
Were it in your hands, how would you punish these men?
I don't think I would have them executed. I mean... if this had propped up like Heaven's Word, probably, I without hesitation, call for their execution. But I think kinda I think life in prison would be fitting.
You would spare these animals? Yours is a more merciful brand of justice than mine. In any event, I thank you for your honesty. When the time comes for the Alliance to pass judgment, I'll see that your opinion is heard. Well, that concludes our business here. But there is more I would say. Walk with me. I I bear a share of the blame for Ilbert's atrocities. Had I openly supported the cause of Alamegan liberation, he might not have felt driven to do what he did. Things could have been different, and I'm sorry they aren't.
I mean, it's not like you could have foreseen that.
But even after all that has happened, my homeland is free. With the Scions and the Alliance at their side, my countrymen have reclaimed what many thought lost forever. Under her new leadership, I have every confidence that Alamigo will emerge from the shadow of the Empire and rise once more to greatness. Which means my work here is done. Soon I will return to Uldar and take my place at the Sultana's side.
Father...
I'll not deny there's a part of me that wants to stay. The same part that contemplated renouncing my rank and joining you as a wandering sellsword. But I pledged my blade to Nanamo, and I will not betray that oath.
Is this truly what you want, Father?
It is. Ever has my sword been hers to command, and ever shall it remain. Thank you for lending an ear. When all the rest are clamoring for me to stay, I trust you'll send me on my way.
Yeah. Yeah. That took longer than I intended, but at least you know where I stand. Now that's settled. Arnvald, what news? May have a problem, sir. A group of Ananta have arrived at the main gates. I don't mean the Vera. These are Kalyana, ones that summoned the Primal. They're insisting they be allowed to attend the council. Lisa's trying to reason with them, but she may need help. An invitation was extended to all of the native beast tribes, but we assumed the Kalyana would refuse it out of hand. We'd best go and see for ourselves. Pippin, take command of our forces and be ready for battle. You know, you've dealt with these Kalyana before. I'd have you on my side. Right, okay. Oh, after I get this done, I think I'm gonna take a quick 5. You know, Robot. God, it's good to see you. Ah, the Slayer has come. We have not forgotten how you sinned against the Lady of Bliss, but we did not come here to shed blood. You claim to seek harmony with all who go your Abanya home. If this is truly your wish, you will welcome us as envoys of the Ananta. It is our wish, and you are welcome, but we cannot condone the summoning of primals. If you want to enter the palace, I must ask that you first surrender any crystal jewelry. You have my word that it will all be returned to you when the meeting is over. You will do as you ask, but you will not have our weapons. We are not so foolish as to place ourselves entirely at the mercy of our tormentors. I reckon that's the closest we're going to get to a compromise, and we will have people standing guard. Aye, let them keep their swords. Then we have an agreement. Lead the way to your meeting chamber. Why do I have the feeling we've welcomed a viper into our midst? Oh, I get a little Raubon minion. Okay. I'll be back shortly. Okay. Real quick. Let's see what this looks like. I mean, it looks... Yeah, there we go. Look at that. This Kalyana Elder's intentions seem at odds with all we know of her tribe. What think you, Yuna? Honestly, I don't trust it. Aye. It is said that once a creature has fallen under the sway of a primal, there is no salvation. And I strongly doubt that Kalyana have suddenly broke free of Lakshmi's will. Whatever the truth, I would take no chances. The guard must be strengthened, ideally with people who know a thing or two about primals. Can we rely on the scions? I'll go round up our comrades and send them to the Alamegan court. You can go on ahead if you like, Yuna. My thanks. I will see you in the palace. Wait, yeah, can I just fly over? No need to go through gates? Or... Oh. I guess... Huh. I mean, looking at it, I guess the skybox does have to be pretty high. You know, brought reinforcements. Arnvald told me of the arrival of our unexpected guests, and I agreed that it would be prudent to call upon Y'shtola and Thangford as well. One can never be too careful when dealing with the enthralled. I am not familiar with the Kalyana tribe myself, but Alisay's reports suggest they shunned a contact with the other races. Despised it, in fact. Even compared to other Ananta. Indeed, this apparent reversal in attitude is most curious. No one expected a response to our invitation, much less an envoy, and I imagined was forced to make some rather hasty arrangements in order to accommodate them. Speaking of which, should we deploy ourselves? If the meeting is to be held in the throne room, it would seem wise to have eyes both inside and outside the palace. Y'shtola and I can stand guard without. That leaves the three of you to keep watch over proceedings in the throne room itself. Understood. We should join General Alden inside then. Yuna, do you know of the rear entrance to the palace? It's on the eastern edge of the city, up the stairs. The guard there should have been instructed to let us pass. Oh. You're with the Science, miss. General Alden left orders that you were to be escorted inside. If you would follow me.
Thank you all for coming. I am Lise Hext, and I speak for the Resistance. Among you are village elders, refugee leaders, envoys from the Ananta and the Kikern. You've come from every corner of Girabania to help decide the future of Alamigo. But before that, I want to ask you a question. What was the first thing you noticed when you came in? For me, it was that empty throne. It has no one to sit on it now. No viceroy, no king. Would any of you like to take their place? Or should someone else sit there? Then let's sit here in a circle. As equals, and I hope, as friends.
I'm just surprised nobody jumped at the chance, but...
Done. Lise has removed monarchy as a choice early in the game and positioned them to consider a joint government.
And then there's just us off to the side.
All things considered, I would say events have got off to a fine start.
And that is Alagana's stance on the matter.
Thank you, Ragenfred. Another vote in favor. Next, let's hear from Shanti of the Kaliana. Tell us, how do your people feel about the idea of a republic?
The Ananta wish only that those who dwell within Gir Abania devote themselves to our faith. You shall all worship Sri Lakshmi! Lady of Bliss, grace us once more with your beauteous visage!
From the water? Huh. Okay.
This can't be happening. No crystals were allowed through the door.
We can worry about the how of it later. We need to evacuate these people right now, or the Primal will make thralls of them all.
It's up to us.
There's my nuh-uh.
Gods damn it! The guards were already turned! Fools!
What about Y'shtola and Tancred?
No, you don't!
The Kaliana would see us all enthroned.
Then they're going to be sorely disappointed. We have the Warrior of Light and Arenvald to shield us.
Aye, but they can't well defend your guests and attack the Primal, can they? We're stuck on the back foot.
All right, I think I have an idea. Keep these people safe, General. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Ah, hell yeah.
Whatever she's about, she'd best make it quick. Come then. Who will be next to die on my steel?
How do we fight her without leaving our allies wide open? I'd stay on the back foot forever. No, damn it. If we think like that, we've already lost. The Warrior Light at my side. We can do this. Isn't it right, Yuna? Okay. Use the duty action deflect. More than allowing an ally to be enthralled. Okay. Wolf. Wolf. Oh, okay. Oh, I see.
I offer you peace and safety.
Oh. Oh god. There's... Oh. Oh.
Free you from your hate.
Oh. Did I do it? Oh, okay, I did it.
Damn it all! It's only a matter of time before we miss one.
What of it? Do you want to kill this thing or not?
I guess. So... Oh. Okay. Oh. Oh. What are we... Oh. Oh, okay, I got it. What? No, 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 no. Okay. Ah.
You're not your soul's way heavy?
Oh. Oh, I would. I was about to say, I would like out of there. For a second, I couldn't target her. Oh. Oh, shit. I'm just casting everything at this point. I would love to kill her now. Did it. Did it.
We did it! We beat her!
The ether thing did have me shitting myself for a little bit, but
What is this? I'm only gonna say this once. The Ananta just summoned their primal in the throne room. My friends are fighting her, but they need help. They need someone with the Echo, and by the gods, I wish I had it, but I don't. I told you before that you still had time, but things have changed. I need your answer now. You can end it like Xenos, or you can fight for Alamigo. Your choice.
I see. Okay. Interesting.
Seven hells. It's her, the butcher.
Another go flashbang.
It's done. Take me back to my cell.
You are not forgiven. Not you. You I will never forgive. But I will thank you. For standing against a primal and saving us from servitude. You have my thanks.
Aw. It kinda hurt. And a little teardrop. Well, fuck, are involved. That was a near thing. Fucking tell me about it. Jesus. Aye. Our stand against the Kalyana would have been brief indeed had you not volunteered for guard duty. We'd be enthralled as surely as our sentries were. They must have planned this far in advance. Security was my responsibility, and I know how dangerous primals can be. I should have... That's my fault. My stupid mistake. Nay, lass. We're all caught unawares. We will take this as a lesson and watch our own more carefully in future. You can be sure that the lackeys who smuggled the crystals into the throne room weren't the only thralls in our ranks. The soldier who first spoke up in favor of the Kalyana keeping their weapons springs to mind. A primal servant is betrayed by Azora. If you mean to conduct an investigation, I can identify any others acting under Sri Lakshmi's influence. Thanks, Ishtola. We'd appreciate the help. Speaking of help, I almost fell over when Fordola turned up. What's she even doing here? I asked her to come. Yeah, I saw. Did you not see that, Ernvald? Well, that explains it then. It's sad, but Ragnfred was right. Her victims will never forgive her for what she's done. But I don't think Fordola picked up that sword looking for forgiveness. She wanted to fight for her country. If you say the world in which Fordola grew up in is partly to blame for what she became, then as an Alamegan, I feel responsible for improving that world. We can't ignore what's happening right now. We have to show people a better way than vengeance, or we risk giving birth to a new generation of skulls. I know it's idealistic, but I want to help people to let go of their old grievances and make peace with each other. And I'll hold 1,000 meetings and talk till I'm blue in the face if that's what it takes. It is a long and arduous path you have chosen, but one well worth walking. Rest assured that I will do what I can to help you reach your destination. Thank you, Alphinaud. The first step will be to Get our representatives back in the throne room. They're a little shaken, but not one of them seems ready to run. We're all determined to finish what was started. I will see that you're not interrupted. Yuna, you and the Scions are to stand down. Get some rest. You've earned it.
A fine spot to contemplate the heavens. The meeting is over. The envoys have chosen to instate a government model on Ishgard's House of Commons, a ruling body of representatives elected by the people. It is a fair decision, and one which signals the end of my part in all this. But I would gaze upon Girabania's stars one last time before I leave. Forget something? Your Grace, there was no word.
Rabon Aldin, you are hereby dismissed as General of the Immortal Flames and relieved of your seat on the Syndicate.
Whoa, okay.
But, Your Grace...
Rabon, I am no longer a child. Stay here in your homeland. Work with your brethren. Rebuild Alamigo.
You desire to stand alone. I understand, but remember what happened.
I remember full well the consequences of my naivety, and thus did I consult at length with a most trusted advisor ere I embarked upon this course.
A most trusted advisor? And what of me? Am I no longer deserving of your confidence?
What trust can there be between us when you withhold the truth from me? Did you think me oblivious to the anguish in your eyes when you spoke of returning to Uldar? For years and years, we have trusted one another. Yet now you refuse to confess your heart's desire?
I swore an oath to you that day on the sands. I pledged my sword.
And it has served me well. But in Pippin you have forged a new sword, as sharp and deadly as the blade you bequeathed him. I will show you a Sultana who can wield every weapon at her disposal, including Lolorito and his monetarist cronies. So follow your heart, please. You are home. You are free.
Oh, man.
None more.
Smile for me, Raubarn. I would have this parting be a joyous one.
Thank you, Your Grace. It has been an honor to serve you and Uldar.
Tomorrow you will serve Alamigo and fight for the good of all Eorzea. Am I understood?
Yes, Your Grace.
Ah. Dude, that was so fucking sweet. Ugh.
Thanks for shielding us from Lakshmi, you two. If you hadn't been there, the rest of us would be worshipping her by now.
You're kind to include me, Lise, but we both know who did most of the work. I could scarce keep track of the battle, let alone land a telling blow. No shame in admitting it. The Warrior of Light has put far better men than me in the shade.
Don't discredit yourself, dude.
Did I mention that I encountered the Sultana in the palace? It would seem Her Grace has come to Girabania to oversee the final stages of her relocation project.
Oh, yeah. No, I passed her on the way out.
She was in search of General Oldin, and I directed her to the rooftop garden. I do hope he was still there.
Yeah, he was.
Are you in the habit of gossiping about the affairs of royalty, Master Leveilleur?
Certainly not, Your Grace. I was merely informing my companions.
Be at ease, Alphino. 'Twas only a jest. But I must yield the floor to Raubarn. He has an important announcement to make.
As of yesternight, I have been relieved of my post in the Immortal Flames and the Syndicate both.
I shall be assuming my father's duties. And may I say that Tizona has never felt heavier upon my back.
Twould seem I am in need of employment. Mayhap one of my old acquaintances can introduce me to a mercenary company or some such.
You may be getting on in years, father, but you'd struggle to find a band of sellswords who wouldn't snap your hand off. Your remaining hand.
Yes, the bull of Alamigo need not be put out to pasture just yet.
Okay,
Your
that
Grace has
that
got
was
a wicked edge to her humor, and you, Pippin, would do well not to laugh when the future may hold the same for you.
no. She kind of coped with that one, I will say.
So, does this mean you're staying?
Aye, that seems to be the way of it. I would be glad to aid you in rebuilding our nation, if you'll have me.
If, he says. Welcome home, Raubarn.
Well, that was unexpected. though you seem distinctly unsurprised.
Oh, me? Oh,
Either you are more astute than I give you credit for, or I'm losing my touch.
Hmm.
In any event, one thing is certain. Alamigo will rejoice at the homecoming of her dearest son.
I think it's about time I headed back to Rolgus Ridge. What's next for all of you? Alice will be eager to hear of recent events, so I shall join you, if you've no objections. Oh, right, because she's still in the medical ward there. I'd welcome the company. You know, why don't you come along to the Reach as well, once they've said your farewells to Nanamo and the others? Oh! On completion of this quest, you will be able to access the palace rooftop gardens by speaking to the Royal Menagerie attendant. I've asked enough of you, Yuna. My only words for you now are those of gratitude. I must assume Father's responsibilities without delay, as their rivals, both inside and outside Ul'dah, treat his dismissal as a window of opportunity. Rest assured they will find Zona's edge just as sharp in my hands. It's Ratline, gotta say. Seems my road has come full circle. I appreciate the support you showed me for my earlier decision, overruled though it was. Cool. Look at my guild count. 667. Oh, can I? There we go. I parked the bike partially on the table. Well, here we are again. Alvino has regaled me with a thrilling tale of hidden treasure troves, mid-mating betrayals, unlikely alliances, and joyous homecomings. It would seem I missed everything. I was patrolling the palace grounds with Thancred and Shtola when we heard the report of a primal in the throne room. Honestly doubted my own ears. As others have said, we were lucky to have our Echo-blessed champions nearby this time, but we'll need to keep a closer eye on the Kalyana. Can say that again. This whole episode is reminding me just how far apart our kinds still are. It looks like centuries of fear and mistrust really can't be washed away in a day. But someone has to make an effort at reconciliation if these conflicts are ever going to end. Naturally, a lot of people are crying out for vengeance, but I've been doing my best to calm things down. Violent reprisals will only lead to more summonings. Indeed, violence will ever beget violence, as the Empire has learned to its cost in recent times. In any case, summoning Lakshmi was the Broodmother's doing, and whoever replaces her might not be so keen on the idea. We'll just have to watch and wait. Which isn't to say we won't be putting the safety of our allies in the Vera and M tribes first. I plan to have resistance scouts keep track of the Kalyana's movements at all times. My parents will be relieved to hear that. What are your plans for the rest of the resistance army, out of interest? Are we to prepare for Imperial counterattacks? That would be a question for the Resistance's newest recruit, a military commander with far more experience than me. What? The Bull of Alamigo? We call it an army, but the Resistance is really a collection of smaller, independent groups. And when Conrad passed his command on to me, that authority only extended to the freedom fighters based in Ralger's Reach. He just happened to be serving as a Resistance spokesman at the time and needed someone to take over the role while everything was in disarray. But that time has passed. When I speak with the other leaders about reforming the army under the new government, I'll be nominating Raoban as the overall commander of our forces. He is more experienced than the rest of us put together, and we stand to learn a lot from him. Indeed, he is in all respects the ideal choice. Assuming he accepts the post, Alamigo will have added a formidable weapon to its arsenal. And given the progress of Nanamo's resettlement initiative, I see great cause for hope. The seeds which we so carefully sowed have begun to quicken, my friends. I like that. We tend to our promises and watch as Alamigo blooms. What do we got going on here? Oh! Yeah, right, he's not dead. I do give thanks to the kami that my makeshift raft withstood the fury of the seas. But there their generosity ended. Without coins in our pockets for new attire, we are doomed to look like so much jetsam. Oh, woe betide the poor man in a city of rich merchants. Hi. Welcome. Aw. These dango are delicious. Will you have one? More sweetbreads. I surrendered my blade to scare what few coins we have. Like talking to a child. Yeah, absolutely. Why fate saddled me with this burden, I shall never know. I am alive, and I must return to my master's side. Roasted up too quick. That's also a mood. Suyu. We shall find a ship to carry us across the Ruby Sea. Oh, wait. Does she have amnesia? Okay, yeah, that would explain why she's so, amicable to Gosetsu. Huh. Have you read the reports? First Doma, then Alamigo, Lord Xenos put to the sword. Do not believe. Hold on. Okay, first of all, hold on. I need to address. They're so fucking bionicle ass helmets. What the fuck? Fucking. Ugh. Do not believe everything you read. I hear the Viceroy was merely wounded and that he has already returned to the capital. Naturally, the savages beat their chests and boast loudly of taking us head regardless. Nay, Lord Xenos lives. Probably. Deplorable. That our own officers should be fooled by Eorzean misinformation. So, Xenos didn't kill himself? Small wonder the provinces have begun rising up in rebellion. We must prepare an official, and above all, accurate announcements to quell these pernicious rumors. Okay. They would wage war with empty words. Let them produce the Viceroy's remains then. We shall soon put the lie to their claims. Uh... Oh, it's taken me this long just to... Oh, imagine going for this long without being able to say fucking hi. Yuna, great timing. I was just about to send word to the Scions. I've got lots to tell you. Yeah, true, I guess. The Council has officially recognized the Resistance as our standing army, and I expect you can guess who's been appointed commander. Suffice it to say, we're in good hand. God damn it. Having the Bull of Alamigo at the helm's done wonders for morale. People were dancing in the streets when the announcement was made. And we have you and the Sultana to thank for it. If you two hadn't worked your magic, you'd never have contemplated following his heart. The Council has also decreed that we're to maintain a presence at Rolger's Reach. Peace will continue to lead our forces in the fringes, a job she has been doing tirelessly. A bit too tirelessly, some might say. We're constantly having to remind her to rest before she falls over. That's an exaggeration. I always get up again. Anyway, we can hardly afford to lower our guard now. Not after our latest brush with Lakshmi. Speaking of which, we've been keeping a close eye on the Kalyana, and it looks like they've chosen a new leader. So... So that's what it takes to... get Farrell to smack. I will neither confirm nor deny the allegations laid before me. It's, Shanti's daughter. You know, the half-dead one. For whatever reason, the Kalyana thought she was best candidate, which makes them leaderless, basically. Yeah, pretty much. As things stand, there's no prospect of engaging in talks, let alone coming to an understanding. But I won't let that stop me. I'll keep on reaching out to them until they finally see sense. Just like I've been reaching out to Ferdella. She still won't meet my gaze, but she's given up trying to ignore me. It may only be the odd grunt, but at least she is responding. I'll get through to her yet. Luna, there you are. Alphino, Alice, is everything alright? We've received word from Tataru. Hancock has apparently acquired information of great interest and urgency. More than that she didn't say, only that we should come to Kugane right away. I had a mind for the two of us to set forth together, but Alice is determined to make it a party of 3. As I've told you more than a dozen times, brother, my wounds are quite healed, and I would benefit from some fresh air. Besides, you may well need an extra pair of hands. Worry not, sister. I have quite given up trying to convince you. Whether we be 2 or 3, we should depart as soon as possible. You will be joining us, I trust. Huh. I was about to say I'd come too, but I'll just have to settle for cheering you on from afar. Good luck with whatever it turns out to be. Yeah, pretty much. Thank you, Lise. Rest assured, should this business prove to be of even tangential concern to Alamiko, we shall inform you without delay. Let us be off then. Hancock and Tataru await us at the Ruby Bazaar offices. Brilliant angle. I do actually want to... Yeah. My little Raubon buddy. That took a little bit to select anything shocking, but
My friends, thank you for coming at such short notice.
We were told the matter was urgent. I take it Yugiri and Soroban are also involved?
My presence here is but a happy coincidence. I am come on separate business, which can wait.
My apologies. Master Hancock, pray, tell our friends exactly what you told me.
Of course, of course. Some few days ago, a large detachment of soldiers was seen arriving at the Garlean embassy. This seemed to me most unusual, as no personages of note are due to visit for a matter of months. So, I made a few inquiries, whereupon I learned of a most curious rumor. Apparently, the soldiers were dispatched to Kugane to investigate recent sightings of a certain individual.
mm-hmm.
The late acting Imperial Viceroy of Doma, Yotsuyu. I beg your pardon?
I too am loath to believe it. I saw the keep come down on top of her. We all did.
I would not presume to question your eyewitness accounts, nor am I one to take rumors at face value. The fact is, the Garleans have no knowledge of what took place at Doma Castle. They may well be chasing after a woman who merely resembles Yotsuyu. But a woman who resembles Yotsuyu in the company of a grizzled Rogadan samurai? I dare say that thickens the plot.
Very thick.
Gosetsu! He's alive!
Very thick
While I've no
plot.
conclusive proof, I thought that such a possibility warranted your attention.
Have you informed Lord Hien? Well, I think we'd all like to believe the old bear survived.
Indeed. While I dare not give myself wholly to hope, I will not deny that I have prayed for such a miracle ever since that fateful day. But regardless of my personal feelings, if the Empire has seen fit to pursue these rumors so vigorously, we can scarce afford to ignore them. I am bound by duty to ascertain the truth of the matter. Will you join me in this quest?
Ooh. Yeah, I did. I noticed it too. I wasn't gonna say anything, but I caught sight of it too. I'm not sure what I'd do if I saw Yatsuyu again.
I understand. Only too well. But if Gosetsu yet lives, he will need our help if he is to avoid capture.
Gosetsu is a dear friend, and we cannot abandon him to the mercy of the Empire. Our course is clear. Hancock, is there aught else you can tell us?
Alas not. But I have taken the liberty of employing one of the finest informants money can buy. You shall have the latest intelligence on the Garlean's movements, and more besides.
Oh, is there? Interesting. Probably. The informant awaits your pleasure in the back streets of Sanjo Hanamachi. From its shining facade to its dark underbelly, you know Kugane as intimately as he. One of the finest informants money can buy. Why do I have a bad feeling about this? Permit me to assist you in your quest, my friends. The sooner your business is concluded, the sooner we may speak of mine. Should your search take you away from Kugane, my boat is at your disposal. I shall see that she is ready to sail. Yep, pretty much. I'll give Soraban a hand. He's providing us a ship. The least we can do is supply the provisions. We'll be at the pier if you need us. Yeah. A welcome offer and an excellent plan. Without further ado, then, to seek out this informant in Sanjo Hanamachi. Oh, I was... Can I go back in? I want to I wanted you to get a clue. It's, okay. Pretty sure that was a quick enough glance for you. Huh? Okay. Oh, what? Wait, why am I here? 6-7 child labor. That's just your average Roblox game creation. This should be the place. Now we wait and see who comes. It has been a while, my friends. Yes, a long while indeed. I figured it was this little shit. I knew it. Yodo, any funny business, and you know what will happen, I trust. No funny business. Only loyal service and the finest quality information. Of course, such quality does not come cheap. Exactly. No. But then Hancock already paid you. Honestly, you must think we were born yesterday. I've half a mind to call Lise. No, Lise, I beg you. No boots. I will tell you everything I know, free of charge. The Empire searches for Yahtzee, high and low, far and wide. And to enlist my help, they did, promising rich rewards for decisive information. And have you decisive information? Were the two individuals cited here indeed Gosetsu and Yahtzee? Alas, see them with my own eyes, I did not. But the Imperials are confident. Yes, very confident indeed. Look at the size of their contingent. But here is something they do not know. A rumor, which you will find most interesting, I think. They say an elderly Rokugan samurai appeared on Kogane Dori with a beauteous maiden and sold his katana to a pawnbroker. It was no common katana either, but one of surpassing craftsmanship. Well, that is interesting. Assuming it's true. Did you corroborate the rumor with the pawnbroker in question? No. Regrettably, I do not have a working relationship with the master of Shofuku Chichite. I noticed a smudge on my glasses. Shit then. Yes. If Lise appears, I will shit. Why would that be, I wonder? I didn't know better. I think he'd lent you money. He will help you, I am certain. As I speak with him, I will make contact with my Garlean connections and learn what I can of their progress. Glimpse of the blade is all I need to be sure. But is it wise to let the Namazu out of our sight? No. No more betrayals. No more boots. To divide our forces is simply more efficient. He's right. Given the urgency, we would do well to split up. And so I will go with our friend here. Nothing improves efficiency like a little supervision. But, yes. Yes. We will go together, and there will be no boots. Let's be about it then. Good luck with the katana. Shall we reconvene at the pier later on? Fragrant as the Ruby Bazaar offices are, I prefer the fresh air. I'm more happy to be kicked. He does fixate on the boots. He doesn't say anything about getting kicked. Just specifically no boots. Oh, does it? I can take a peek real quick. If on Twitch. Work with me, buddy. Oh god. Yeah. That's just chat. Just. Which I will say, the Moogle badge. The Moogle badge is pretty cute. say. It's cute, but not all that important. I believe Alice has her task well in hand. Shall we seek out the pawnbroker? Ooh, a green tea set. At least it can be crafted. But yeah, no. That's cool. I like green tea. Yeah. I like green tea a lot. Everything in order? Then let us proceed to Kogane Dori and find the master of Shofuku Shichiten. Yeah, it would be a bit silly. I suppose. Ugh. Fine. Hmm. Ugh. Holy shit. Keep on it. We might have had customers like those you describe. So many people come through, it's difficult to remember. Perhaps you can jog my memory by making a purchase. No? Well, you can't blame a woman for trying. Somehow I feel like it's the pleasant pawnbroker. Welcome, good madam. Welcome. Will you be buying, or... Ah, so you've heard tell of the Rogan and Samurai's katana. Small wonder. It is a fine example of its kind. One moment. Dare I hope you have found our pawnbroker. Excellent work, Yuna. And that is the katana? There can be no doubt. It is Gosetsu's blade. The craftsmanship is exquisite, is it not? And you will be pleased to know that the pledge has just expired. I should be glad to sell it to you, assuming you have the coin. This is no ordinary weapon, you understand, and it is priced accordingly. But if you are serious, I suggest you act quickly, as several noted collectors have already expressed an interest. The blade represents conclusive proof of Cosette's survival. I should hope this could be considered a necessary cost in securing a safe return. Yet, it is not a decision I can make alone, least of all when our nation has scarce begun to rebuild. I'll pay. Nay, my friend. Grateful though I am for the offer, I cannot ask this of you. It is enough to know that Kasetsu is alive and well. Girl, I'm a millionaire. Like, this is probably a drop in the bucket. Yugiri, wait. The Scions will buy the katana. Pray consider it a gift. There he goes. Spending the Scion's budget. And like, yes, noble cause. Very understandable. But yeah, no. Oh, he's gonna get beating from Tataru. Master Albino, kindness is touching, truly. Yet, in matters of coin, Mistress Tataru not expect to be consulted. Right? Now, our friend would never have relinquished his blade were the need not great. Are we not bound by honor to help a friend in need? I say we are, and I am sure Tataru will wholeheartedly agree. It's settled then. You have made a wise choice, my friend. Such pieces are few and far between. Now, if you would be so good as to come this way, I shall prepare the necessary papers. Yeah. If I may ask, sir, after he visited your establishment, do you perchance know where the old samurai went? He's our friend, and we would return his weapon to him. That was Oh yeah, no, for sure. For sure. A friend of yours, you say? I see. Well, then, I suppose there can be no harm in telling you. No sooner had I provided him with the requested sum than his pretty young companion began clamoring for dango. I duly recommended those served at the Uminako tea house, and thither did they set off. Clamoring for dango? Can these truly be the same people? It makes no sense. It's a manner of food, perhaps. But it avails us not to speculate. Let us go to this tea house and see if we can pick up their trail. Well, keep in mind, Gosetsu was complaining about quote-unquote more Dango. So, it seems to me like she had repeated visits for Dango. 500 Dango. But of course I remember. How could I forget a pair like that? The most beautiful girl you'll ever see, scoffing down Dango, as if her life depended on it, while the old samurai looked on. Not quite what he expected, I'll wager. Far be it from me to gossip about my customers, but I was planning to spirit her away across the Ruby Sea. Out of the reach of her family, no doubt. When the girl had finally had it filled, they set off in the direction of the Shiokaze hostelry, presumably to find someone discreet with a boat. So, Gosetsu makes for Doma. This woman who travels with him, the more I hear about her, the more I wonder if she can truly be Yatsuyu. While doubts ever remain over the identity of Gosetsu's traveling companion, for now we can but follow the trail. Come, let us away to the pier and make ready to sail. With luck, Alice will already have joined Master Sorbonne and Mistress Tatori there. I think someone's attempting the jump puzzle. Because I saw the, I saw something fall out of the corner of my eye. It's like, what the fuck? Excellent timing, my friends. Mistress Alice arrived mere moments ago. All went well at my end. Yodo met with an Imperial officer and wheedled his way into some new information. It seems the troops who recently arrived in Kilgarna came directly from Garlemald. The Imperials based here have been kept in the dark. That's not all. A contingent of the aforementioned troops are preparing for deployment to the Ruby Sea. If I didn't know better, I'd say they picked up Gosetsu's trail. Then your information matches ours. We're quite certain that Gosetsu seeks to cross to the mainland. I'm sorry, did I hear that right? You used Scion funds to buy Gosetsu's katana at the asking price? Uh-oh. Well, we were in some haste, and it seemed a worthwhile gesture. Speaking of which, here is a contract of sale. I see that the man is paid. That's... Oh. Balls. Beard. You agreed to this. Give me strength. Well, it's not like the search can wait. You'd best be on your way. Honestly, yeah. But, Alfino, we need to talk. I want you to come straight to the offices as soon as you get back. Promise me. Oh? Very well. I shall call upon you as soon as I return. First, let us go to the Ruby Price. If Kosetsu has already set sail, the sentries there are sure to have seen him. Alfie's Lake. Oh, okay. Yeah. Sure. I can meet up. Curious, but whatever. Okay. Tataru seemed rather vexed, did she not? Ever the melodramatist. I am sure our finances can stretch to a single sword. Alfie, I don't want to alarm you, but there is a there's the duty aura floating around you. An instanced duty floating around you, so you know. Tataru may seem a bit more vexed than you realize. Oh, I guarantee you he didn't. Remind me to explain the value of such gestures when we next see her. Ah, but I digress. We have work to do. Yeah, that's totally what happened. Am I tripping, or did I see some textures bug out in the background?
What we can from the sentries.
Like in the very, very distant background. Like I feel like I saw like a flash of texture. Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw the lightning and I was like, could be.
What's going on out there?
Travelers, are you? You may wish to postpone your plans. The Garleans have launched an attack on the Confederacy. We have no reason to believe they'll turn their attention here, but for your own safety, I suggest you return to Kugane.
But I feel like it was more felt like it was more of a texture bug than a lightning flash. But I don't know. I am
The Garleans bear no love for the Confederacy, but with Doma lost to them, why would they attack? Unless...
I mean, I am quite tired, so... Could be both. Yeah. I think after this duty... After this duty, I'm gonna call it quits for a day.
Even if she isn't, our allies are under attack and they need our help.
We will help them while you remain with Soroban. Arguing will only delay us. Is that clear?
Fine, but you haven't heard the last of this.
Soroban, we may need to make a swift exit. See that the boat is ready to sail at a moment's notice.
It shall be done.
What, and you're going to swim there, are you?
'Tis the quickest way, and you may rest assured I've been practicing.
Dude, he's dug himself so many holes.
Come.
What in the fuck? Hey, I mean... If Yugiri's telling me to do something...
An opening. Your defense is lacking. Leave this to me.
Ooh. Brother was on like a sliver of hell. Let me just nuke him.
not, Tsuyu. We're here to rescue you. Please, come with us.
Stay back, Tsuyu.
Are you all right?
Is he all right?
Gozetsu!
Yeah. It's kind of cute.
Damn it, we took too long. Change of plan. Eliminate hostiles. All forces, attack!
Oh, maybe I should do that on these guys. Oh. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, which way? Over here? Ah, I see. What's Rogue doing? Just kind of stood there. Oh. Ooh. Oh, well.
The art of my forebears.
Oh my god, they're just fucking never ending. Oh! What the fuck? Huh? To Starstorm? Oh, wait. Oh, oh, oh. Come here.
Focus. Release.
Come on, target. Dude. Why were you not locked on? I thought I had dual cast set up. What?
Gosetsu, thank the heavens.
Ah. Yeah, thank fuck for that. That. The last 15 seconds there got on my fucking nerves. Holy shit.
Yugiri, my friends, the Kami were kind to guide your steps this way.
It's over. The Imperials are retreating. I suppose we have you to thank for that. But they would never have come here were it not for her. I had a bad feeling the moment your samurai friend arrived with that woman in tow.
Do not be afraid, Suyu. These people are my friends.
Friends.
No, he's spoken a couple of times. I don't remember which cutscenes specifically.
Forgive me, but at the risk of souring the mood, I believe you owe us an explanation. You may start by telling us what happened at Doma Castle.
Of course. I'll not begrudge you that. As you know, we were trapped inside the keep when it collapsed. But even as the roof crumbled above us, so too did the floor below. We were swept out into the One River, where we would surely have drowned had a stout wooden door not chanced to float by, offering us a raft of sorts. Exhausted, we drifted out to sea, at the mercy of the tides, which saw fit to dispense us on a desert island.
She was with you the entire time?
Aye. 'Twas her kimono which saved her from Hien's blade, believe it or not. Some Garlean witchcraft in the weave. but it offered precious little protection against the fall. Though she survived, she awoke bereft of all her memories, and speaking like a child.
A trick, surely.
That was my first thought, and I contemplated cutting her down and being done with it. Contemplated it long and hard, yet the Kami saw fit to deliver us from certain death. 'Twas their will that we survive, both of us, together. And together we shall go before our master. He shall be the one to judge.
Judge what?
She's your prisoner, old man. Do with her as you will. Call her Tsuyu, or whatever else tickles your fancy.
'Twas a name given out of necessity whilst on the road. Nothing more.
As you say. But remember this. Our people suffered much at that woman's hands. When the time comes, I trust you won't let emotion blind you to what needs to be done.
You have my word.
Well, I must be going. I have an unholy mess to clean up. You should be on your way too, before the Imperials decide to take another tilt. Oh, and we'll overlook the tide this once. You're welcome.
Oh my god. As Tanzui says, we should move on. It would not do for Yatsuyu to be seen here. Now, if I know my sister, she will already be waiting with the boat at the nearby pier. Let's go and see if I'm right. Yeah, no, exactly, like... putting a little too much oomph in that specific phrasing, like... Not kink shaming, kink asking why. Osetsu. Thank the gods you're safe. It was all I could do to watch the battle from afar. It was all I could do to restrain her. Can you blame me for worrying? Strong as Yuna is, anything could happen in the chaos. But enough about me. We need to talk about her. Greetings? They tell me you've lost your memory, and that's fine, but I want you to know something. I won't be taking my eyes off you. But for a moment. These people are strange. Are you sure they're your friends? Yeah, exactly. I am. They may behave strangely, but I trust them with my life. You have naught to fear. Alright, if you say so. Soraban is the absolute GOAT. You'll give me a sec. Right. 'Tis past time we set sail. I, for one, would not keep Lord Hien waiting without due cause. Okay, I'll keep an eye out then. Aye, and the longer we tarry, the more we risk inviting trouble. Lest you forget, the Red Coach and bear no love for Yotsu either. I shall deliver you to familiar shores, near Asari, but out of the villagers' sight. Here is where we part ways, my friend. I pray the remainder of your journey passes uneventfully. Yuna, when you are not otherwise occupied, I would speak with you about my next business venture. I think this might be what you're talking about. Ew. Very cute. It promises to be extremely lucrative, and I do not say so lightly. After the prodigious sum spent acquiring a certain sword, it would present a fine opportunity to refill the Scion's coffers and restore the smile to Mistress Tataru's face. Oh, come along. Tataru was overreacting. How much could a single katana possibly cost? Far more than you'd think, plainly. A blade like Yosetsu's is worth a fortune. Enough to buy a house and furnish it. Which you would know had you bothered to check the price. It's one katana. What could it possibly cost? 10 gil? What? I had no idea. This business venture of Torban's, you will give it a fair hearing, I trust. It's been good to us after all. As for me, I think I shall look into drawing upon my personal funds. Oh, it's available right away. I'm gonna get it started, and then we'll... it's not like it's that hard to get out here. Okay, yeah, okay, I will bear that in mind. Ugh. I selected Bokairo Inn. Why did it send me there? I am fairly certain I selected the inn. I am fairly certain. Yeah, we can end out on exponential entropy. I am 99% sure that I selected the N. The fucking clip name. Dude, if the fucking clip will load. Jesus. What are we doing here? Oh, here we go. Okay, but consider on well, that's gonna be it for today. We'll be back Tuesday. We'll be back Tuesday with more MSQ. Before I hit in stream, I just had a thought, like I've had this thought before, but it just came back up. Like, fucking imagine the people in the in-room next door, like, they will not fucking keep it down. Like, imagine the noise complaints with the Warrior of Light just blasting their fucking music. Okay. I'll see you later.